Okay, this video is about demand. The definition of demand is the quantity of a product that consumers are willing and able to buy at a given price. So for an example, here's a demand curve here. We label it P for price and Q for quantity. Now at a very high price here, let's just say this is 100 pounds at a very high price. The quantity of people that would demand the product at a high price would be very low. But at a low price, let's say £1, the quantity demanded would be very high indeed. It would be a high quantity. That's because at a low price, more people would be willing and able to purchase the product at the lower price of £1. So if we just draw a line in between the two and label this curve D, that represents D for demands. This is the demand curve. The demand curve is downward sloping. We start on the left and we go downwards, so it's downward sloping. Movement along the demand curve. Right, let's draw in a demand curve and let's put P1, hit the demand curve, go down, and then Q1. Now, what causes a movement along the demand curve? The cause is a change in price. A change in price causes a movement. So for an example, if price was to increase from P1 to P2, the quantity demanded would fall from Q1 to Q2. This is because at the higher price, less people would be willing and able to purchase the product at the higher price of P2. Now this causes a movement along the demand curve from here to here. This is our movement, and this is a contraction in demand. And we can see this as a contraction because at P1 and Q1, this is the quantity demanded, but when the price increased, the quantity demanded fell. So we can see we have our contraction in demand. What if the price was to fall? Whether the price was to fall from P1 to P3, let's go along, let's hit the demand curve, let's go down, let's label this Q3. We can see now at the lower price, more people are willing and able to purchase the product at Q3. And now we have a movement from here to here along the demand curve. And this is an extension. This is an extension in demand. And you can see this in extension because we started here, and now when the price levels, when the price of the product went down, decreased to P3, we can see actually the quantity demanded has increased. Okay, in the next video, I'm going to explain shifts in demand.